All right, folks, welcome back. This is Under the Vinyl, a rental management media podcast. Nate,
How you doing, buddy?
good. We're having a great day today.
We are.
Tuesday is the best day of the week down here in Florida.
We don't need a therapist yet.
We don't. It rained a little bit, but we're inside at the ARA show, so can't complain.
I'm loving it. Well, we got a great guest on today.
We do. I'm excited.
You want to introduce her?
I'm the one you call when you need a 10 up or down. I'm a tenant rental man, I'm working all day, getting those stakes in the ground no matter what they say. From sunrise to the night, I make sure everything's right. Yeah, I'm a tenant rental man, I'm working all day.
No, I think you got this one.
Okay. We got Brittany Sherwood from Tents Unlimited up in Connecticut, also known as the Vermont of Connecticut. Is that
Correct.
right?
Yes, indeed. I grew up in Vermont, so
Okay.
I feel like I have a fair assessment of it. You know,
Well-
grew up in the rural area, and it's very similar.
Tell us a little bit about that then and how you got into this crazy business.
It fell into my lap, actually. So I graduated from college, and I had met this tall redhead through mutual friends, my husband now, and he had moved back to Connecticut after living in Vermont, where we met, and basically moved here, ended up getting a job as a manager of a salon and spa,
Okay.
of all things, and wasn't really thrilled with my job because continuing to look for other things because I have a degree in public relations.
Yeah.
And wanted a big girl job. I had like high aspirations of looking for a PR firm and wearing the suits and, and it didn't really work out
A
that
little
way.
different direction.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so my husband was working for the company that we now own, and the former owner went to him and actually another employee and said, "Hey, I'm done. I want to sell. Would you guys be interested in buying it as partners?" And my husband was very interested, and he started working towards purchasing and realized pretty quickly that the other employee wasn't really in it as much.
Yeah.
He didn't have his heart in it. And he came to me. We had been freshly married, and all the money we had saved and been gifted that we thought was going to go into buying a house ended up going into buying Tents Unlimited.
This episode of Under the Vinyl is brought to you by Anchor Tents and Clearspans, a fifth-generation family-owned company making tents and clearspan structures right here in the USA. Anchor isn't just about selling the best products on the market. They share decades of experience and stand beside you as you grow your business. Anchor's craftsmanship and engineering give you a peace of mind and will allow you to use the equipment for years to come, season after season. For the next generation of rental owners and installers, Anchor aims to not just be your supplier, but a trusted partner helping guide you into the right products to grow your business. Call to be connected to your sales rep today, 1-800-544-4445, or visit their website at anchorinc.com.
Good
Yeah.
going.
Gone. And so
That was the day we opened a lot of credit.
yeah, it was terrifying, but it has since worked out. So
Do you regret it yet?
no, well, some days, no. It depends on the day. No, it's been fantastic. It's been really great.
What's it like working as a husband and wife team too?
Most days it's great.
Yeah.
Some days I have to access the tequila bar under my desk.
Yep.
And no, most of the time, honestly, we work together really, really well, but our roles can conflict sometimes because I'm the customer facing
Yeah.
position and I'm a people pleaser and I want everyone to be happy. And sometimes that means that him and my team have to do things they don't really want to do. And
Because you said yes.
because I said yes. So we have great customer service though.
I do feel his pain.
Yeah. So I have to sometimes know my role.
Do you have any advice for other couples out there who have to work together?
You say have to. They have a choice, Kyle.
Well,
I- this is true. I think every couple is different. I would say if you can try to have a cutoff at your house and say like, we're not talking anymore.
Work's work.
Yeah. I mean, there's like one of our favorite phrases. Yeah.
We have to talk.
Yeah, pretty much. And I mean, one of our favorite phrases as a couple is like, I just don't have it in me right now.
Yeah.
We say that to each other all the time. And you just have to respect that and be like, okay, you don't want to talk about this now. We got to set it aside and it can wait until tomorrow at the office.
Absolutely.
yeah.
And what's been some just growth and leadership things that you've had to learn and lessons that you've learned as an owner in coming into this?
I think that for me, especially initially when we bought the business, I wanted to say yes to every job, even if it wasn't financially worth it. There would be, at one point we were sub-renting dishes, for example.
Yeah.
And again, new, you're fresh, you want everyone to be happy, you want every piece of business that you can take.
Yeah.
And I would take jobs, I don't want to say out of desperation, but you're hungry, right? And you want to earn money, and it would be tiny jobs. And I think reassessing what is worth it and where the money's coming from and what's worth your time. On a leadership standpoint, I would say that, employees that we have, I'm still learning. I feel like I need to be more assertive in addressing things that are going wrong and not letting things slide. But when you have good employees, you want them to stay happy. So it's this fine balance of,
Well, it's the game we all have to play. We need them, so we need them to be happy.
yeah,
So,
it's a pick your battles kind of situation. Yeah.
And how many employees do you all have now?
It ranges, when you factor in the season. So during peak season, I think we've been up as high as 14. We're not huge, but in the off season, it's usually around 4 or 5 full-time year round.
Okay, awesome. And has there been any early on challenges that you guys have kind of had to get past now? Because you guys have been in the business for how long?
So Ian has been doing it for something like 25 years, because he's worked for other tech companies as well. But myself, I'm coming up on 13 years.
Okay.
Biggest challenges. Oh goodness.
where should I start?
I was just gonna say, like, how long you got?
Is there something that was in early that maybe was an early challenge that you finally got away from and it's been great?
I would say, okay, so I mentioned that we sub-rented Tabletop, and we had a great relationship with another vendor, but we were doing it because we thought that we had to be an all-inclusive, offer everything company. We thought that that's what would make us more competitive.
Right.
And after COVID, I was hiring a new event coordinator and training him, and he was fantastic, and he's asking all the right questions, and I'm kind of going through it with him, and I said to him, we do Tabletop, we sub-rent it, we don't mark it up much.
Right.
We may even be losing money on it, but we want to be full service.
And get the job.
Yeah, and I was kind of almost going off like on a rant saying how much I hated it, because if there was a mistake on a Saturday, I don't own that, so I can't fix it.
Right.
And he actually said to me, so why do you do it? And I slammed my hands on the desk and I looked at him and I said, Frank, why do I do it? And that's all it took. And we started, and we don't offer Tabletop anymore. We just make referrals out. We haven't lost any business. In fact, we increased
You're
business.
pulling Kyle's heartstrings right now.
Yeah.
You love the no tabletop aspect.
Deep tabletop.
Yeah, it's becoming more common.
Yeah.
I think that can be someone else's specialty.
Yeah,
you
you
can
have to
focus
get
on
good at what you're good at.
Your niche.
Yeah.
Find your niche.
Yeah.
So when you guys bought the business, did you think that this was going to end up your long-term career path? Was there a point that you're like, maybe this might not be the long game here, but we're going to try it? Or do you know it the whole time?
I don't know. I would say I knew it the whole time. I would say that I really hoped it would work out because we poured all of our money into it. Yes. I mean, it was a lot of risk, but we didn't have kids yet, and it was kind of like, what else do we have to lose? I would say, actually, if I'm being honest, I'm not trying to plug ARA at all, but I went to my first leadership conference, and I met a group of people that today I still consider some of my best friends. Like every time I come to an ARA show or an event, that's my crew.
Drink the ARA Kool-Aid.
Yes.
Here we go again.
Kool-Aid.
The Kool-Aid. No, I have not yet.
Yeah.
I mean, we are ran by ARA. They kind of,
I guess we
our boss. We drink.
We're all a couple Kool-Aids in.
Yeah.
But that was where it gave me an opportunity to kind of ask the questions of people who do what I do, and that's something that in my, friendship group at home, they have no idea what this business is like.
Right.
Nobody can explain it to you. And so I got to, sometimes it's just commiserating with other people,
Just listen to me.
the customer. But it gave me an opportunity to ask questions that I would almost be embarrassed to ask other people, and it helped me identify some problems in what we were doing and some strategies of how we could be better. And I will, every event, soak up all the education I can. And that's when I was like, I can do this. It gave me a confidence boost,
Absolutely. What's been some of the seasonal challenges that you have had up there?
So when we were fresh and, just had invested, when you come to slow season and there's no money in the bank, that can be terrifying. And it took a couple of years to kind of build ourselves up where we felt more confident in the off season in the winter months. And now, we've established ourselves enough, but that that's something that, especially in the Northeast, it's hard to understand that there's going to be months where there could be no money coming in.
It's like a faucet.
Yeah.
Literally turns on
Yeah.
and then off.
Yeah.
And I really, but a lot of people don't realize that.
Yeah.
You know, these guys from Florida, you know, it's nice weather 90% of the time.
Yeah.
So they could just get to rent stuff all year round.
Yeah.
But you know,
Hey, Ralph, how you doing, buddy?
That's fan. It's got fan.
a fancy.
Yeah. Sorry, not around there.
Love it.
Yeah, no, it's the seasonality is really challenging. I actually just had someone recently. It's an event we do annually, and it's great. But she came to me and was like, "Hey, would you guys be interested in being a sponsor?" And it's February in Connecticut.
Oh boy.
And I am like using Chat GPT, like, how
do
do
I
I
tell them, though?
professionally say?
Yeah.
And you know, we want to be sponsors. We want to get involved in a lot of
yeah.
community events, but it is also off season right now, and we have to watch our pennies.
Have you looked at different ways to diversify that winter?
We have. We actually invested in a tent washer, which so we offer tent cleaning for competitors, ironically. But that's been really nice. No, we're friendly competition.
Yeah.
Used to be.
So that's been helpful. That's been helpful in the off season. So people bring their vinyl to us, and we get that washed and turned around, and that's some nice income. Keeps our guys busy. And we do. I mean, we still have some small things.
Right.
We actually had what's today? Tuesday. Yesterday, our staff set up a 40 by 100.
Yeah.
And we have an ice storm in Connecticut right now. So I'm thankful that
Are they out handling it?
they are handling it. I'm actually
How does
really
that feel?
It feels good. It feels good. I know my husband's been glued to his phone, just kind of checking in, making sure everything's okay.
Yeah. But it's got to feel good to be able to step away, and you can come this far away from home and feel like somebody's still being able to take care of the business. And I know that that's it's hard for you, just in this industry, just to let go a little bit and let your employees kind of take care of this stuff.
It is. That was something in the first couple of years, you know, we were trying to be really careful about spending. And when we finally got to add to, you know, my team on the front end, you know, event coordinating, that sort of thing. And, you know, now we've got some other leadership in place for the logistics team, if you will. We can walk away, we can go on vacation. And that's something that's
saying something.
Yeah.
In this industry.
It feels good. It feels so.
How have you put anything into the operation to help deal with efficiencies or improve your efficiency?
So I would say, we invested in better software. That was one that was really big.
What are you guys using?
Right now we're on Party Track.
Okay.
I don't even remember the name of the software when we bought the
Before?
company, because literally the company
Close
had
to
gone out of
blueprint.
business. You couldn't even update it anymore. It would freeze the computer.
Okay.
So that was one of the best investments. You know, and looking at the financial reports and where you're spending and where, you know, what you're not making money on, I think that that's been something that we've really tried to focus on, because a lot of people don't really take a look at their numbers. They just kind of, you know, based on intuition, and intuition only goes so far.
Well, I think that's in the industry right now. That is what is shifting the most. We've talked about this. People are buying on need now versus speculation. And that is because they're slowly the next generation of people care about the numbers. We're all looking at the numbers now.
Yeah.
Also,
Whereas the guys like Brian, he just walks around the show. He walked up to me today. He goes, "Let's go spend money." I'm like, "No, that's not."
but let's go back to just what we were saying on the competitor aspect of it. I don't feel like people are as not competitive, but not as much as competitors anymore.
Yeah.
I feel like more relationships are being built in the industry to help sub-rent. So you talk about the tabletop and not making money and things like that, but like for me, I've developed a good relationship with a company in Nashville, Southern Events, with Jill, and they do our tabletop stuff there, and we've got good pricing with them. Same with me and Kyle. I mean, we sub-rent a lot back and forth to each other, and he's all the way up there. So it's like the relationships are becoming better, I feel like, in that aspect of it. It's not trying to be so cutthroat, and people can develop those relationships and make more together rather than trying to go after the stuff.
For sure. I had 2 separate conversations this week with people, exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
Talking about this industry and how it's a really unique industry because we do all help each other. And it's sure on paper we're competitors, but I got a competitor that's 5 minutes down the road from us, and we sub-rent from each other all the time.
So
You don't have the ability to take every job.
No, absolutely not. There's enough business to go around.
Exactly.
And if you have that kind of business alignment with good people, it only helps you both.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It also depends what size company you want to be too. Do you want to stay in this range, or do you want to get to here? And if you're going to get to here, then obviously it might be a little bit different, but I mean, everybody's there to help each other as resources, I feel like,
Yeah.
at this point.
If you try to be everything to everyone, you're going to stretch yourself too thin. So if you can lean on those partnerships, I think it's important.
Good. And how has kind of the structure and leadership and the culture changed through the years for you guys and your employees and things like that?
So we actually have been, I do a little like pat on the back for us here, but we've been having meetings with our staff from like the ground level up. So the guys who are out setting everything up to our office staff. And we try to coordinate between the two of us because a lot of us as, rental companies, I think, the office team thinks one thing and then the crew that goes out thinks another. And if you can collaborate and discuss the challenges so that everybody can be more efficient, and also really the teams can understand what challenges everybody else are facing, that could really help. So we've been giving our staff autonomy to kind of give us constructive criticism and suggestions of how we can be more efficient. And it's been really great. I mean, as simple as where do you want me to put the pickup slips, right? If instead of a delivery, we've got a pickup slip, I want this to be in a location where you're going to see it, it's going to happen, it's not going to get missed.
Yeah.
So what's easier for you guys? Something as simple as that can actually help that week go way more smooth. So
Absolutely.
The never-ending sales versus operations battle.
yeah.
Oh, you go over that every single day, I feel like. What's been kind of your biggest growth then from there over the past few years? Is there a certain area that you felt like has grown more than others?
Well, I think that something we've been focusing on more and has helped growth is those, business alignments and partnerships. We have one that's new that's fantastic. They're more of a corporate planning company, and we're partnering with them on the tenting. And that's going to be, I mean, we've been sort of watching this company for a few years, and we've had a couple of jobs here and there, but it's really becoming more of a real partnership.
Right.
And I mean, event planners, obviously, as well. That type of thing really helps us get in markets we wouldn't have access to. And I think that that's going to be a really good growth opportunity for us, and it has been. And then also kind of knowing, where to invest. So if you're seeing that your sailcloth tents are doing really well, let's get more of them. Let's get different sizes that can fit different properties. Clear top tents are a huge trend where we are, and so we've been investing more in those. I would say the partnerships and knowing what inventory is important.
What are you using to make your investment decisions? Are you tracking, we don't have these calls? So meaning you get
Yeah.
a call for something that you don't have. Are you tracking that throughout the year?
We do. Probably a little too loosely. We should probably have like a running list of we've gotten this call this many times, but we're a small team, so we can kind of really access that and say, hey, I got this phone call. Did you?
Not a small team, you're an efficient team.
Yes, I like that. But I think that kind of knowing what trends, what inquiries are coming in, we don't like saying no. So a lot of the time we'll say, hey, we don't have that in inventory, but let me see if I can get it for you.
Absolutely.
Because then I can say, to my husband Ian or to Frank in my office, like, do you think this would be worth investing in?
Right.
You guys gotten any phone calls? And he actually just had someone ask for a linen that we didn't have access to. And I told my team, I said, don't tell them no. Tell them we're looking into it.
You don't say no in this
I
industry.
don't like it. I don't like it. And sometimes I probably should say no, but I will seek it out if it's worth it.
Are you doing your own linens?
No, we actually subrent, and that's something we've actually been shopping at the show here and to see, what kind of suppliers are good for high-end linens, for basic linens, that sort of thing.
Who's your go-to right now?
Right now, so we've been using A1.
Okay.
And they've been great, but I always like to kind of see who else is out there because there's always opportunity for growth and what's new and that sort of thing. Yeah.
And then what are you guys using as far as tents? You guys are getting in structures, frame, where are you at?
So our primary focus lately has been frame and sailcloth.
Okay.
When I say frame, we do both the white top and the clear top. Those have been really popular. We do get requests for asphalt install, so the frame tents are really huge in that.
Yep.
But sailcloth is still like I'm almost like sick of it. They're beautiful, but it's what everybody wants. And so
It's the fad.
It's also the money maker that is the toughest
Yeah.
because the process of cleaning and keeping it dry and not mildewing. I feel like we go through a lot of sailcloth.
Yeah, the vinyl it doesn't last as long as some of the other vinyl. So, but I mean, it's a trend. You can't really say no if people are asking for it.
Yeah.
So,
Who's your primary vendor?
So we've done Anchor, we've done Fred's, but I would say, I mean, we're non-partial. It's whoever has a great price and great product. So
And great relationship is it. I feel like most of my buying power is off relationship.
good time.
How do you curb customer expectations? All these brides call you.
Managing expectations. Do tell.
So I have a degree in public relations, and I can spin anything from bad to good. I try not to use the word unfortunately too much, but it can be challenging when someone has that champagne taste and beer budget. I think that that's something that I deal with more often than not.
Yeah.
And that Pinterest mentality of like, this is what I want, but my budget's right here.
Right.
So I think setting expectations fairly for a client is important, and making sure, something I actually like to do is, when our team is sending out a quote, we'll list what you want, but we'll list other options too.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of the time, most people haven't gotten married. Let's use a wedding as an example. And
You had your
B,
second wedding.
yeah, I had a couple.
A lot cheaper.
But they really oftentimes don't know what tenting is going to cost.
Right.
So they're putting their feelers out there because they think it's going to be less expensive than a venue. And so they see all of these beautiful things online, and then, they see a quote, and I don't want them to have that sort of panic attack of, wow, this is expensive, but here are the other options if you need them. So that's a good way to make sure that they're not going to run away from you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
Is there a hard season, or has there been a hard season that's been really hard to navigate? And if so, why? And can't be COVID.
no, actually, I'll tell you. So this past summer was really challenging because we had a pretty major death in the family.
Okay.
And so that's going to rock you. We're a small family business, and you want it to be separate. You want, your business and your personal life to be separate.
Yeah.
But that's not realistic.
Right.
So that was really challenging to navigate. And then coinciding with that, our number 2 guy on our team for installers left. And so we kind of had to navigate who's going to take on those responsibilities. And so it was challenging. It was exhausting. It was a lot of work, but we got through it, and we gave our staff an opportunity to step up. And we're really seeing who's willing to do that. And it's a pretty clear, okay, I see what you're doing. This is great. So
Crazy because one of your employees obviously left, and that hurts, and we're all scared of that. But when it happens, it allows the other crew members to backfill, or kind of do the push and pull to decide who wants to step up. And you always wonder, like, all right, would that have ever happened if this bad thing didn't happen to us?
It's kind of serendipitous the way it happened, because I really am impressed with our team and the way they have pulled through. And
It also shows you that they can do it.
Yeah.
That there's people there that are willing to step up and do it. Just like you're talking about, to go on vacation and different things in times of need. And sometimes you got to trim the fat or cut the cancer, and it's not bad.
Yeah.
Being in rural Connecticut, what's working for you to find your staff members?
Oof. So I would say actually word of mouth through our current employees has been the biggest. We actually have 2 sets of brothers that work for us. And we'll get, the college guys and their buddies, which is great. You can put as many ads as you want, but you're always going to kind of get the same type of, responses. And I think that if you have good employees that you love, saying to them, hey, if you've got any buddies that want to work this summer, that's been the biggest benefit to finding good staff. Because if we know you're good, you're going to probably be aligning with other people that are good.
Right.
Staff is always one of the biggest challenges. I think a lot of them.
That's everyone. No matter what size you are, that is your challenge.
Yeah.
As much as I love talking about labor on this podcast, I feel like we just harp on it all the time, because it's the one topic like we have to continue to talk about, but it's it's going to continue to haunt us. I feel like forever, so we're just going to get through it.
It's every industry. It's not even just us, but yeah.
One day someone's going to figure it out, and we're going to come up here and tell them what the answer is.
Yeah.
Well,
and we'll be over.
We'll just keep drinking tequila and talking until then.
Exactly.
What's some advice for a smaller company looking to level up that you would give?
Ask all of the questions. Don't be afraid. Do not be embarrassed. That was something I wanted to kind of be presenting, that I knew everything, and I clearly did not. And I think when I felt that it was okay and comfortable to ask the questions of the bigger companies, or even smaller companies who had been where we were, that's when I really started to see growth and an opportunity to be at a bigger company and have a better staff. And come to the ARA events. There's lots of different, organizations you can join, and whatever opportunity you have to learn, do it, take it, because there's no dumb question. And, I come to these things and I see the little guys, and I don't need to call them little guys, the new guys who are excited, they've got new businesses. And the ones who are asking the questions are typically the ones I see in a couple of years that are doing really, really well.
And everybody's been there at one point. I think it's just a matter of getting comfortable in your own skin to ask those questions and come out and say, hey, I know you're a bigger guy, but I want to ask you this, and just have a mentor. And I feel like you can do
I
that.
call you all the time with dumb questions.
Yes. But once again, Kyle and I probably talk more than our significant others do. But but I feel like once you start talking to these people and just knowing and understanding that they've been in the same position that you have been, and it helps a ton.
Yeah, no, I think that, talking with your peers, talking with people who have been where you've been is really important. And I would not be where I am without doing that.
Absolutely. How do you go ahead?
How do you handle the pressure of peak season?
Other than drinking tequila, I would say
We should be sponsored by tequila at this point.
there should be a couple bottles right here. No, I mean, it's just grind time. You just put your head down and you focus. And I like the gym. That's where I like to get a lot of my anger out.
Yeah.
And my focus. And it's just, you kind of have to get used to it. It's seasonality, it's stress, and you have to just know that it comes with the territory.
It's almost like an addiction, though.
It is.
Because when you're slow, you miss it.
I get bored.
Yeah.
But then I'm like overstimulated and overwhelmed. But you get used to it. Your body is like in hyperdrive.
I don't know what to do.
Especially when you're at a show like
Are you before work gym or after work gym?
I'm after work gym, but I'm a night owl. That's my like decompress time. So I wish I could go in the morning, but I've also got kids and I have to get them on the bus. And
I get too hyped up at night. I feel like if I go work out at night and then try and jump in bed, it just doesn't work. I understand that.
Now, how do you handle with 2 young kids? Work-life balance, which really isn't a thing, but
yeah, no, it's not. I mean, I'm really thankful and grateful to have a partner who can balance with me. So he serves on one organization board, I serve on another, and our schedules don't conflict on those ends of things. But during peak season, it's definitely more on me because he's out with the team, he's doing installations, and so it's just knowing your expectations and knowing what's coming.
Come back together as a team at the end of the day, it feels like. And you
communicating it. Like, I know that's like a completely like stereotypical thing to say, but if you can communicate what you need and where you're at, and like I'm burnt out today. Excuse me, I could use your help. I need some help.
It's asking the questions. That's what I tell my wife all the time. I'm like, just tell me what you want. I'm happy to help.
I'm not a mind reader.
Yeah. No, it's always going to be a challenge, when you have kids and you're working with a partner. But I think if you can, have that communication and say what your expectations are and what I need is really important.
What's some advice you'd give to women in rental or another woman coming into rental?
Okay, so I really love it when women come into rental because we are a minority, not just in the world, but in this industry. It's a lot of men, and I feel like the women in this industry tend to be really, really driven. And if you can, I mean, honestly, similar to what I was saying before, go to the education, go to the Women in Rental Conference, go everything you can, because the more connections and networking you can do, make, the other women are going to help you grow. And I actually just pursued someone to be on my state board. And she was excited and she's hungry, and I'm motivated by her excitement. And just ask the questions and say yes to, whatever opportunities come your way, and you'd be surprised where it takes you.
We should make that the tagline of this podcast.
What's that?
Say yes.
Yeah, seriously, say yes.
But I also feel like it's been over a short amount of time, but recently I feel like there's been just a bunch of fierce women in rental, and it's been great to see in the leadership aspect of it, not just working in the companies, but just leadership here in general. Whatever board you're on, whatever association you're with, just in general, it's been good to see women come to the top. And it's well deserved.
Well, I think one of the themes that I keep hearing this week is, and it's something that resonates with me because it's exactly what I experienced, was, I had a female in the industry and she's the one who pulled me in, and she saw something in me, and I had crazy imposter syndrome. I'm like, why me? Okay, this is exciting. And now it's my opportunity to kind of pay that forward and bring more women, and not just women, but, you know, bring those young professionals into this industry and give them that boost of confidence. Like, you can do this. You really can. Don't have that self-doubt, because if you know, dive in feet first, you're going to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I love that.
And that's what I had a great conversation today with someone who didn't even know who was on the board of their state. Didn't know any of the members. He's like, but I really want to get involved, but I don't know anything that's going on. I was like, well, let's fix that.
Yeah. Yep.
And that is what's great about these shows, is you get to meet people
Get involved.
and get them involved.
Yep.
Because it's going to just do everyone bounds.
Yeah. That's just yesterday. I was at one of the regional receptions and met a young woman from actually a different region than my own.
Yeah.
Had that exact same conversation. She was like, I want to join. I'm interested. And I know someone on that board. I took her card and I went across the room and I handed it over and I said, you need to call her. She's interested.
Absolutely.
Because I know we're all looking for new board members and new people who are interested and want to help. And if you can make those connections, you know, and that's why the networking can be so important, because I know someone who knows someone who could help you be in the right position.
Well, and some people take it as, well, I feel like it's imposter syndrome, and it's like, it's not.
Yeah.
It's not. You are a badass. Jump in.
Yeah.
So, well, before we close out here, let's do some rapid fire questions. So, what's your favorite tent size?
40 by 80.
Oh,
Stakes or ballast?
Stakes.
Moneymaker, ballast.
hardest install memory.
Oh God. All right. We had an engineered tent. Well, not even, I mean, it's an engineered tent, but for a permanent golf course that had burned down. I spent a lot of time in the building department office with that one.
Biggest business lesson?
You don't always have to say yes.
What excites you most about the future?
Oh God. Retirement. No, I mean, I look forward to growing and, you know, seeing where we can take our business and what happens with it and what the trends are going to be. You know, you can never anticipate what's going to happen in this industry. So I kind of like seeing what's going to happen.
That's awesome. Where can we find you online?
So we're Tents Unlimited. It's tents-unlimited.com if you want to check us out.
What about
Please do. Socials, we are Tents Unlimited CT on Instagram and Facebook.
Perfect.
Yeah.
And
What about your restaurant business?
A restroom. So we actually Luxury Lou's. I don't even remember. We might even have a Facebook page specifically for that. But that's
Instagram.
yeah. Yes, we do. We do. If you go to our website, you can find the links as well. But
Nice.
Yeah.
And what's a final piece of advice for any listeners out there coming into the industry or new to the industry?
go to the shows and see the vendors and see what's out there. Don't fly by intuition and what you think you should get. Go see what the trends are, talk to people and talk with the vendors and get involved, because you're going to learn more than you'll really anticipate.
Perfect. Well, thank you, Brittany, for coming on today. And that's been another episode of Under the Vinyl, a rental management media podcast.